Hi everybody, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. So this lady shared her story about her ex-husband and the side chick that was in the relationship with them, right? So without wasting your time, let's get into it.
Sis, it's one thing to be the other woman, and it's another thing, a whole nother thing to be the wife. It's a different role. Very different. When you're in the role of being the other woman, you know how he cheats. You know how he lies. You know how he get away from the house. You know what friends who help him and negotiate and work it out for him. You know all of that. So if you ever switch roles and you become the wife, the trust level, you ain't gonna trust the friends because now you know they all work together. You ain't gonna trust when they tell you love you because you done laid on his chest and listened to him tell another woman he loved her and he was on the way home. So, now it's different. I'm gonna give you a little feedback, my story. When my ex and me broke up in his second marriage, the young lady was a part of our relationship for about 3 years. And we were inside the courthouse. And she was just over the top being affectionate. And we were sitting in divorce court and she was in there with him, just rubbing on him and rubbing his head and all that and looking at him. And I just said something to her. I looked at her, because at one point the judge had to tell me to stop talking to her, because I was in the courtroom. And I said something to her. I said, you gonna be right here in no time at all. Because the role you have now comes with other things. All that going over to, him going to her house and you don't know when her bills due. You don't know what kind of money he making. You don't know what responsibilities he have. You don't know about his credit check. You don't know if he's good at spending money, making money. You don't know if he's responsible. See, it's a lot of things you don't know when you're on the other side of that thing. It all looks good. And he might be even giving you the extra money, but you don't know about the main money. You don't know what's going to come with him. Spousal support, marital debt, child support. See, it's a lot of things come with it when you take on the responsibility of another person's partner. And then when you're in the midst of the divorce and what goes down. Now, I looked at her and I told her, and I just felt this in my spirit. And it wasn't about arrogance, wasn't about ego. It was what I recognized. The chair she was sitting in versus the chair I was sitting in. And I looked at her and I said, you gonna be right here. Because I knew they were planning on getting married. And they did. She lasted 3 years as the mistress on only 1.25 years as a wife. Yeah, it's a different seat. And I do believe you reap what you sow. And that don't mean everybody whose marriage started out that way can't last. I'm not saying that. I ain't got no heaven or hell to put nobody in. But what I can say is you're going to go through some things. And you're going to have some concerns like that woman seat that you just took. The seat that was already warm and you got in it. Yeah, you're going to have some concerns. And they lasted 1.25 years as a couple. Yep. Yeah. That self-love is dangerous. And I always felt like she had self-love issues and I had self-love issues. And we were fighting over a man that didn't belong to neither one of us. At the end of the day, he didn't belong to neither one of us and he didn't respect neither one of us. Because even when he went back over there, he was trying to come over here. And that's another story. Wives, don't ever try to become the other woman when he with the other woman. It's a whole bunch of foolishness, chaos. And that happens a lot too. We'll talk about that another day. But everybody needs to learn how to love themselves enough not to put themselves in a situation like that and not to tolerate that. Okay, coming on the other side. We got to heal. We got to grow and heal. And self-love is key. Much heart always. D.
That was so quick. So 3 years you were in the love triangle with them. Everything was going fine. Possibly because he told you are better than her and you were showing up as the better than her version. You were checking all the boxes. You were doing everything that he told you that she was not, right? But the moment she left and you got married to him, you started seeing that it wasn't about the other woman, it was about him. See, I'm not here to judge, and I can't tell you what to do with your life or what you choose or what path you choose to go on and how you find your husband. Because, yeah, sometimes some women end up finding the loves of their lives, during an affair and all that, which, to be honest, I've never seen the end of it, right? So I don't know, but that's what they portray. That's how they will come out and tell their story. And this was not going well and that was not going well, and they ended up finding each other. Okay, fine. But personally, if you are ever going to be in a position where you are aware that you are a side chick, because if you don't know, then hey, you didn't know, okay? Grace, I'll have grace for you. But if you are aware that you're a side chick and you know that you're a side chick for whatever reason, be it financial reasons, be it validation, whatever it is, the worst thing you can do is wanting to be the wife, especially when that relationship started with an affair, because it always backfires. Because the thing is, the only reason why your relationship is going on is because, or going great supposedly, is because the other party is in the picture. And this is what I always say. That's why it's always important that when you find out about cheating, I will say leave. For your own sanity, for your mental health, for you. Okay, choose you. And let them be. It's only fun because there's a third party. And that's the part about cheaters that I never understand. Because the thing is, not only is he going after this woman became aware of the relationship, and the two of them decided that it was okay for them to start rubbing it in the other person's face to make her feel small in that. Like, what kind of a person are you to think that this is okay? That you are in another relationship with a man who is supposed to be married, or a man is in a relationship with you and he's supposed to be married, right? And somehow you'll find joy, right, in killing her emotionally in that relationship, and you find joy in that. If you are that kind of a person, you have a lot of problems and you need to go to therapy, because this is not it. You can be anything. Like I said before, you can be anything. If you want to be a side chick, who am I to tell you not to be a side chick? Go and be a side chick. He's going to do it to you. He's going to show you Pepe.
Don't kill me, but as I've got older, I realized it's better to be the side chick. Like, I personally have to be with an honest man. Yes, he lies to her, but he don't lie to me. I can't be with no liar. And for people that be like, oh, you don't get Christmas or holidays, you still get gifts in time, just not the same day. If somebody was giving you $1 million, do you care what day they gave it to you? You still gonna get it. And even though he has another person, at least I know about it. Y'all man be cheating on y'all with so many other girls. So I would just rather it be me and her. However, I will say I will not tolerate him talking to another girl, because you already got your girlfriend and I'm cool with that. I'm dealing with that. But you need another girl too. Like, how many girls do you need? You can't put no other girl above me unless it's your girlfriend, because I signed up for that. I didn't sign up for all them other girls. Y'all men be too greedy. Anyways, I'm headed out. Tell me if you've ever been a side chick in the comments. And if you ever thought like this, you're a clown. Get out the circus, babes. You don't want to be a princess? You don't want to live in a castle? What's wrong with you?
I remember when I was married and the girl that he cheated on me with was a teacher from my daughter's school. I was able to heal a little faster because I had realized those two were more alike. And she was his type. Neither one of them had self-respect, self-discipline, no morals, no values, no substance, because she was actually bragging about it and laughing about it. And it clicked. This is why men will get you and then cheat on you with a downgrade, because that's the person they really want. That's the type they really have. You are too high maintenance. You are too successful. You have too many morals and values. You love yourself too much. You are too much work. So I completely removed myself when I realized that those two had nothing to do with me. Let me get myself up out of this, because this has to do with what y'all got going on personally and y'all lives, and how y'all just don't love yourself or respect yourself at all. Y'all can have it. To be able to walk away and still have my self-respect, that was the best thing I could do.
If you know that you are a former side chick, please, the worst thing that you can do is to get married, especially if you know you don't have the liver to stomach what you put other women through. Because my favorite thing on this internet, besides men crashing out, is side chicks that turn wives crashing out. Because what really made you guys think that, side chicks, they always have this delusion that they're better than the wives. So again, if you know you do not have the kidney and the liver and the brain and the heart to stomach what you put other women through, what you are a willing participant in, don't get married. Just continue to be a side chick. Okay? Okay.
I think the funniest thing when it comes to you men and your side chicks is that you guys think the honeymoon stage lasts forever. Just wait until that woman starts giving you bun. You will start to realize that you should have never tried to break your happy home. The side chick always wants to be a main chick at some point. The minute she realizes that she's not going to get what she wants, she's going to blow your spot. Hey girl, I'm just coming to you as a woman. Who do you think that's coming from? They love that honeymoon phase. They think, oh, the side chick is so much better. She's so much fun. She's so much easier. Until she wants to be your girlfriend. Because they always do. There's no side chick that ever is just happy being a side chick for the rest of their life. They're a side chick because they want to be in close proximity to a relationship, but they've realized that they will never get one, even though they probably would if they were a good person. But we all know that cheating is very sad and pathetic. You will answer for it when judgment day comes. Just know the bun that side chick is going to give you when she realizes that she's not going to become the main chick. Hey, don't destroy a happy home just for a few minutes of fun. There's actually counseling, there's actually therapy, and there's actually communication. And if those things don't work, just leave. There's nothing keeping you there if you're not happy. Or don't say I didn't warn you.
See, some of y'all females think it's cute when a guy approach you and he got a wife or a girlfriend. Y'all think it's cute. Y'all like, oh, he want me. He want me. Meanwhile, I start questioning myself. Like, do I get second place? Do I give side chick? What am I giving off that you think it's okay to approach me and you got a whole girlfriend / wife? I question myself. Meanwhile, y'all brag about it thinking it's cute. Ain't nothing cute about that. Cause what is it about me that's making me give second place? Cause baby,
when women go after a man that another woman has, it's never about the man. It's because that woman wants to be like the woman. She wants to feel like her. She believes that she wants to be a woman like you, and women like you date men like that. It's envy. She wants what you have. Now, I'm watching these Monica Lewinsky interviews. I love Monica Lewinsky and her story, like literally. But when I'm watching her, even to this day, I'm seeing some mannerisms like Hillary Clinton. I'm seeing her like talk like her. So she must have studied Hillary Clinton. Like, this is a Democrat in the White House. She's the first lady. She has her own mind. She has her own dreams. So I'm sure she admired Hillary Clinton. And then it just becomes sick. Cause like, oh, this is her husband. Oh, well, he kind of cute. Oh, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though she was so young, but even then, I get it now. And so that's why when a lot of women, when they fight the other woman, it's because they understand that the attack was on them. It don't really got nothing to do with the man, but the attack is on you, my identity, like what I have. Like, you trying to destroy, you know what I'm saying? When the woman knows the other woman or they met in some passing, like jealousy is deep. But yeah.
Men always hate the side chick once the wife leaves. Let's talk about it. If you've ever been in a relationship with a man and he has been cheating on you with the woman, especially if it's one of those like ongoing little cheating situations, and you are a woman that like leaves and walk away, you will notice that a lot of times the woman that he's cheating with and the man that you're with will never end up in a relationship together, because men hate the side chick once the wife leaves. Men that cheat are men that have a hard time taking accountability in the first place. So the psyche behind why he starts to hate her is because even though he ruined his relationship, he starts to blame her. Because usually she does play a part in it, right? Because it'll be the girl that starts telling, it'll be the girl that starts doing things to get on your radar for you to figure it out. So he starts to hate this woman. And also, now that you're gone, she's no longer the cool girl, right? Because when he's cheating with her, she has no problem with him being with you. She has no problem with none of the things that you have a problem with. She's not going to be calling his phone. She's the cool girl. She's a girl that accepts everything. She's okay with everything. She loves him. She's down for him. She'll even lie for him. That's how down for him she be. But when you're gone, there's no space for her to play the cool girl. See, now she wants to know what you're doing. Now she wants to go through his phone. Now she's getting into it with other women over him. She's no longer the cool girl. And he already hates her because he lost his wife. I think a lot of women don't realize that men make choices. Nobody stays in a relationship by force. If he wanted to be with you, he would have left. Now, Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats' marriage is always one that's talked about, and everybody leaves out that major fact is that he left his wife publicly, openly, and got with another woman. A lot of men do not do that. That's why when you see these men that were in committed relationships and they have children that they had outside of their wife, you will never know who the hell the baby mama was, and she will never be made public because he does not want to be with her anyway. It was an embarrassment. I actually think that the best revenge you can get on a woman that is sleeping with your husband is to give him to her. Give him. Let her have him. Because he is going to start to hate this woman. He is not going to treat this woman how he treated you. He knows that he does not have to do any of the things that he did to get you to get her, because he didn't got her. Come on now. So yeah, I think it's just a phenomenon, and a lot of women don't want to accept that. They think that they're going to be the exception. They think that they are going to outdo his wife. They think that he's going to see something in her that he did not see in his wife. But what really happens, 9 out of 9, the husband starts to hate the side chick once the wife leaves.
I'd be so embarrassed to be a cheater getting remarried, because you know all the guests driving to your wedding are actually talking about your last marriage on the way to your wedding. They're saying like, oh, do you think Bob can actually keep his vows? He didn't really mean till death do us part last time. Let's see how it works out this time. And then even up until the moment that the bride comes down, they're talking about all the drama from the last marriage. They're whispering, oh, do you think Sheila actually believes that he's gonna stay faithful if he couldn't last time? Like, what's the point of the wedding? Just go to City Hall, sign a paper. Your words meant nothing last time. Do you think your guests actually think you got a character transplant, or that this is true love and that you're meant to be with this person when you couldn't even keep your promises or your vows last time? No, the guests are loving the tea. They want to see what drama is going to go down at the wedding. And that is all they're talking about at your wedding. I would be so embarrassed to be a cheater or the woman marrying the cheater. I am so glad that last time I said my vows, I meant them. So when I get remarried again, I can go into it knowing that people are not going to be talking about my last marriage. They're going to be talking about my wedding.
Let me tell y'all something that should be pretty obvious at this point. Men are not good people. That's why they have to pretend to be somebody else so you can even give them the time of day. That's why they develop like alter egos and fake personas so you can even give them your energy, because they know that they're not good people. That's why they go out of their way to avoid accountability. That's why so many of them are narcissists. If you have spent any time on social media, you should know how guys think. They don't have empathy. If you show a man you for him, he's going to show you why you should not.
Yeah, and I know we often say, oh, don't blame the side chick, blame the husband. He's the one that cheated on the wife. But it takes two to tango. You know, you could have also said no. You could have also chosen not to partake in it. If you are not aware, I've said it before, if you don't know, because men lie, they will lie to you, okay, and tell you, oh, I don't have a wife, or we are almost divorced, or we are separated. They have so many things that they say. So if you didn't know, or they told you a lie, okay, I'll give you grace. But then when you find out that that's not the case, and you still decide to be in that relationship with them, the two of you are on the same level at this point. And the thing is, one of you is going to suffer more than the other, and it's usually you. Because he is the mastermind. He's already manipulating, calculating how this is going to go. He already knows his intentions as to why he's with you. He already knows how he wants the relationship to go. He already knows when he's going to exit that relationship, but you are also in the dark. So in as much as you are enjoying whatever it is that is going on at the time, because maybe the other woman is still in the picture, maybe you are still sneaking around, maybe he's giving you more attention, he's giving you the money, he's giving you his time, he's telling you she's not good enough, and it's probably healing something. I don't know what word to use for that, but I'm going to say quote and unquote, healing something within you. You feel seen, you feel heard, you feel validated, you feel like you are on top of the world because you are stomping on another woman's head, and the wife is no longer chosen and you are the one chosen and you are better than her, and so on and so forth. My dear, it's all a matter of time. It's all a matter of time. If he's really into you, you will find out. One thing I will say is, if you're a young woman and you ever find yourself in a position where you have to be a side chick, right? Or you find out later, maybe you end up in a relationship with a man who lied to you, didn't tell you the truth. You find out that he has a wife and he's not necessarily divorced or separated as he told you. Tell him to go and leave his wife to come and marry you. Tell him, go and end that relationship, go and end that marriage, see what he does. And even if he does that and he ends up marrying you, right? Please don't go and have children. Don't go and do any of those things. Watch and study him. Because the thing is, I can't tell you that don't do it. If I say don't go and do it, some people will still do it. There will be a lot of people in the comments saying, no, you are wrong. It's this and that. Yes, I get it. You also have your take and your opinion, the way how you see things. That's fine. But to tread cautiously with this type of scenarios and situations. If you are going to do it, go with sense. Go with strategy. Don't go in there like a mumu. Because that man, to be honest, most of the times, 99% of the times, they know what they are doing. Especially when they monkey branch with you. They acquired you while they were still in a relationship with the other woman, and you are thinking that it's going to somehow work in your favor. My dear, you are at the bottom of the polo. He is only monkey branching. That's what this is all about. The only reason why he's okay with you, or he wants to leave her to come and be with you, or whatever it is because you are there. So until he finds the next woman he can monkey branch to, which most likely happens very shortly after you get married to him, after you become the main chick, he will show you. And that's the cycle, because that kind of a person, that kind of a man, he has no loyalty to anybody. He doesn't care about anybody but himself. What's in it for me? He's the what's in it for me type of guy. Those type of men, they don't commit to anybody. The only person they are committed to is themselves. So if you are in the Lulu land and you are thinking, oh, he says he loves me and this and that, my dear, don't say we didn't tell you. That's all I'm going to say. Don't say we didn't tell you. We are not here saying all married women are good and they are great. Some married women are horrible. Okay, they treat their husbands bad. Okay, but for a man who is in that kind of a marriage, the best thing that he can do, if he has any integrity, if he respects himself, if he has discipline, the best thing he can do is leave that relationship, leave that marriage, give himself some time to heal before he pursues you. That means he respects you. But if he's in the relationship with her, the person that he doesn't respect, who happens to be his wife, and he's coming into a relationship with you, always remember, he doesn't respect you too. He doesn't honor anybody but himself. And whatever is dangling between his thighs, that's what this is all about. What is this one going to give me? Who is that? I want a bit of that, want a bit of that, want a bit of that. That's all that is going on here. There's no substance, there's no depth. Okay? So if you want to go into that, my dear, don't say we didn't tell you. And I'm not saying that's the case for all of it. Sometimes some women end up with the fairy tale because the wife was not that great and then she came in and they met each other and that's fine. But that's not always the case. Most of the times, this is what happens. They show you pepper. So yeah, a word to the wise, they say it's always enough. I'm going to leave it here and I'll see you again in another video. Take care of yourselves and one another. Bye.